Hello and welcome to the new session on fluid mechanics. We had discussed about the applications of Bernoulli's equation in the previous class. In fact, we had derived the expression for discharge through horizontal, vertical and inclined venturimeters. In this class, we will take up numerical problems on the same. Take the first problem. A horizontal venturimeter with inlet and throat diameters 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter respectively is used to measure flow of water. Is used to measure the flow of water. Full stop. The reading of differential manometer connected to inlet and throat is 20 centimeter of mercury. Full stop. Determine the rate of flow. Taking the coefficient of discharge as 0.98. As given in the problem, it is a horizontal venturimeter. Whether it is horizontal, vertical or inclined, the equation for discharge through it remains same. Only difference you will find is in H. For a horizontal venturimeter, H is nothing but P by rho g, or in other terms P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g. But for vertical and inclined, it will be P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2. This is the simple point you will have to remember along with the equation for discharge through the venturimeter. Now we have been given a straightforward problem. You have been given the diameters of inlet and throat. So both the diameters are known, which fetches you areas. Why is area required? Because discharge through venturimeter is given by Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. In the entire equation, everything is known except H. If you know H, problem is solved. Because CD is given in the problem, A1 A2 can be found out using D1 and D2. H is nothing but for a horizontal venturimeter. Just now I have mentioned that P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g, and by doing so you can find out R. In other terms, once X is given, which is nothing but the differential manometer reading, which is given as 20 centimeter of mercury, using that also you can calculate what is H, because you know that when the mercury or the heavier liquid is used in the manometer for the purpose of finding out the pressure difference, you have H is equal to X into specific gravity of heavier liquid divided by specific gravity of the liquid in the pipe minus 1. Using this, you can now find out the solution. So let me write the given data to begin with. So given that diameter at the inlet is 30 centimeter, nothing but 0.3 meters. You can calculate what is area. Take out the calculator and solve it. And diameter at section 2 is given and is 15 centimeter, which is nothing but 0.15 meter, and then using which you can calculate what is the area at section 2. And manometer is having mercury as manometric liquid, and the difference is X is equal to 20 centimeter, nothing but 0.2 meter, and you have been given CD as equal to 0.98. Using all these, find out what is the discharge through the venturimeter. We know that the only equation that we will use for all the problems on venturimeter, Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. A1 and A2 are already known. In fact, you will have to calculate. I will look into my sheets and write. So, area 1 is 0.0706 meter square, 0.0706 meter square. Similarly, A2 you will get it as 0.0176 meter square, 0.0176 meter square. Now, H is equal to X into S manometric divided by S pipe minus 1. This equation you must remember. So, X is 0.2, that is 20 centimeters of mercury, that is what he has given. So, Sm, that is specific gravity of mercury, 13.6 divided by specific gravity of liquid in the pipe. Water is flowing, so specific gravity of water is 1. 13.6 divided by 1 minus 1. You will have H being equal to 2.5 meters. H is equal to 2.5 meters. Put this 2.5 meters in this equation, you will find what is Q. Therefore, Q is equal to CD, that is 0.98 into A1 is 0.0706 into A2 is 0.0176 into root of 2 into 9.81 into H, you have just found it out to be 2.5 whole divided by root of A1 square, that is 0.0706 square minus 0.0176 square, and when you solve it, you will get Q to be equal to 0.124 meter cube per second, 0.124 meter cube per second. All the quantities were with SI units, and hence discharge with no doubt will have meter cube per second as its unit. It is an entry level problem. Sometimes it may be asked as a filler problem for 6 marks. Take the next question. A horizontal venturimeter with inlet diameter 20 centimeter, and throat diameter 10 centimeter is used to measure the flow of oil, of specific gravity 0.8, full stop. The discharge of oil through the venturimeter is 60 LPS, full stop. Find the reading of oil hyphen mercury. Read it as oil mercury differential manometer. Full stop. Take the value of coefficient of discharge as 0.98 You take this as homework. I will not solve it here, but I will give you enough hints. It is a very similar problem to the previous problem. Instead of water, he has given you an oil of specific gravity 0.8. Diameter is given as 20 and 10 centimeters. Calculate corresponding areas. He has not given X, but he has given straight away H. So, you will have to find out what is that. Okay. If not, if he has not given you H, but you will have to find it out using solve ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ papa ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. Okay, I'll write down the given data, and it is very similar to the previous problem that we have just solved, and we can easily solve it. He has given you 20 centimeter and 10 centimeter as diameters. So, this is D1 is equal to 20 centimeter, nothing but 0.2 meters. Get the corresponding area at inlet A1. Then you have diameter 2 to be equal to 0.1 meters. Get the corresponding area. He has given you discharge. Discharge is equal to 60 LPS. You know very well that how do you convert liter per second to meter cube per second? Divide it by 1000. So it is 0.06 meter cube per second. And then you are asked to find out what is the X. That means oil mercury manometric deflection, and he has given you specific gravity of oil as 0.8. We know that Q is equal to CD into A1 A2 root 2 GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. But in this problem he has not given you H. To find out H, A1, A2, CD, Q, everything is given. So using that you can calculate what is that. So now you have what is A1? If you have calculated, please write it down. Otherwise it is 0.0314 meter square. A1 is 0.0314 meter square and A2 is 7.853 into 10 power minus 3. 7.853 into 10 power minus 3 meter square. Now from this equation, Q is 0.06 into CD. He has given it as 0.98. 0.98 into A1 0.0314 into A2 is 7.853 into 10 power minus 3 into root of 2 into 9.81 into H whole divided by root of 0.0314 square minus 7.853 into 10 power minus 3 whole square. This will fetch you an answer of H. The value of H will be equal to 2.93 meters. 2.93 meters. Why would be this of some help? Without finding out H, you cannot find out X. What is the relationship between H and X? It is a horizontal venturimeter in which you have oil of specific gravity 0.8 flowing and mercury is used as manometric liquid. That means heavier manometric liquid. But we know that H is equal to X into specific gravity of manometric liquid divided by specific gravity of liquid in the pipe minus 1. So this is 2.93. This must be equal to X is what is to be found out multiplied by specific gravity of manometric liquid. Here manometric liquid is mercury. So 13.6 divided by specific gravity of liquid in the pipe is 0.8 minus 1. You will end up getting X which was asked for. X is equal to 0.183 meters. 0.183 meters. Everything was given in centimeter. If you want the answer in a centimeter, therefore X is equal to 18.3 centimeter. Take the next problem. A horizontal venturimeter of inlet diameter 20 centimeter and throat diameter 10 centimeter is used to measure the flow of water. Full stop. The pressure at inlet is 17.658 Newton per centimeter square. And vacuum pressure at throat is 30 centimeter of mercury. 30 centimeter of mercury. Full stop. Find the discharge of water. Find the discharge of water through the venturimeter. Through the venturimeter, taking CD as 0.98. Taking CD as 0.98. Okay. The difference between the two previous problems and now is that you have been given the pressure at inlet and throat. Where do we put this to use? Again, this is a horizontal venturimeter. I have been telling you that H is equal to X into Sm by Sp minus 1, or if pressure is given, it has to be P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g. P1 is also given, P2 is also given. Of course, P2 is not directly given, you can easily calculate because P2 instead of P2, H2 is given, using which you can calculate that. So, using H is equal to P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g, you will end up getting H. If you know H, what is the question in the problem? What is the question given? So, you will have to find out the discharge. What is Q? Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. Only unknown in the entire equation is H. H you can find out using the equation that I have just given. So, CD value is given, A1 A2 can be calculated. Again, I need A1 can be calculated using D1 and A2 can be calculated using D2. CD is given, discharge needs to be calculated. I will start writing the data given. D1 is 20 centimeter, so A1 will be 0.0314 meter square, then D2 is 0.1 meter, that is 10 centimeter at the throat. You will calculate A2 as 7.853 into 10 power minus 3, and water is flowing. CD is given to be 0.98. Pressure at section 1, P1 is given as 17.658. 17.658 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. 10 power 4 because it was given as Newton per centimeter square, and P2 is not given, instead H2 is given, and he says it is vacuum. That means minus 30 centimeter is nothing but 0.3 meters of mercury. How do I convert this into P2? Therefore, P2 is equal to rho g H2. He says it is mercury, so I will write it as rho m. So, this becomes 13.6 into 9.81 into minus 0.3. This would fetch you an answer of P2 equal to minus 40.02 minus 40.02 into 10 power 3 Newton per meter square. I will check once again whether I am correct or not in writing it. Yes, minus 40 into minus 40.02 into 10 power 3. Okay. Now, I will have to calculate what is discharge. Q should be calculated. How do I calculate? I know that Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. In this, H needs to be calculated. Only unknown is H. How do I calculate H? I will make use of this equation. I will make use of this equation. But H is equal to P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g. P1 you have found, it has been given as 17.658 into 10 power 4 divided by rho g, water is flowing. So, it is 1000 into 9.81 minus, what is P2? P2 is minus 40.02 into 10 power 3 divided by rho g is 1000 into 9.81. Please remember, you know that this is the pressure given in terms of mercury. Do not get confused with rho g here. This has to be 1000 into 9.81 because whether you take the inlet or throat, in both inlet and throat water is flowing. That means rho g is nothing but rho of water into g. So, this will fetch you an answer of H is equal to 22 meters. H is equal to 22 meters. Now, therefore, put that H here and you will get Q to be equal to 0.16 meter cube per second. 0.16 meter cube per second. A 300 millimeter by 150 millimeter venturi meter. A 300 millimeter by 150 millimeter venturi meter is provided in a vertical pipeline, carrying an oil of specific gravity 0.9 flowing upwards, full stop. The difference in elevation of throat and entrance sections of the venturi meter is 300 millimeter, full stop. The differential tube manometer containing mercury shows a gauge deflection of 250 millimeter, full stop. Calculate first one, discharge of oil. Second one, pressure difference between the entrance and throat sections. Full stop. Take CD is equal to 0.98 and specific gravity of mercury as 13.6. Okay, this is also a okay. The given problem is on a vertical pipe. That means a vertical venturi meter will be attached. So, what are all the things given to you and what is the difference between the horizontal and vertical venturi meters? The primary difference is in finding out H. In case of horizontal venturi meter, H would be P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g, whereas for a vertical and inclined venturi meters, it is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2, that which gives you the value of H. You should keep that thing in mind and continue. Now, what are all the things given? 300 millimeter by 150 millimeter venturi meter. That means the entrance section will be of diameter 300 millimeter. That means D1 is equal to 0.3 meters. D2 is equal to 150 millimeter, that is throat section 150 millimeter, that means 0.15 meter, using which you can calculate what is area at section 1, that is area at inlet, and area 2, that is area at throat, can be calculated. Moving ahead, he says the flow of liquid in the pipe is of specific gravity 0.9. So, SP, usually I call that as SP is equal to 0.9, and then With this data, I will first draw the venturimeter drawing so that it will be helpful for solving the problem. He says the flow is upwards. So, I will take a pipe and cut it open to fit the venturimeter. So, flow is upwards means from here the flow has begun. This is the dimension of the pipe. First, you will have to have the convergent. If this is the convergent, this becomes the throat and this is the divergent. Flow continues in the upward direction. The elevation difference between the inlet and throat is given to be 300 millimeter. So, this is 300 millimeter. If you assume this to be the datum to be passing through section 2, then Z1 becomes 0, Z2 will obviously become 0.3 meters, Z2 becomes 0.3 meters, or in other terms Z2 minus Z1 becomes 0.3 meters. And then there is a manometer attached to it. So, what is given in the problem about that? The differential tube manometer containing mercury shows a gauge deflection of 250 millimeter. So, if you have to attach a mercury manometer to the inlet and throat, I will just show it in the left hand side because I have the space there. So, if a venturimeter is attached at the inlet and throat, then the pressure will be more here because the area is more. How will be the manometric deflection? Obviously, the level of mercury will be lower in this limb and will be higher in this limb. And he says the manometric deflection is 250 millimeter. So, this manometric deflection must be 0.25 meter, and you very well know that you call it as x. X is equal to 0.25 meters. So, x I will write as 0.25 meter. What needs to be calculated in this problem is discharge of the oil. The first question is to find out discharge. How much is the discharge? And the second question is to find out the pressure difference between the entrance and exit. You will have to find out P1 minus P2. And he has given you that the coefficient of discharge is 0.98. So, now from the data set you can easily put the equation of discharge. What is the equation of discharge? Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square, for which you have been given almost everything. D1 and D2 are given, hence you can calculate what is A1 and A2. First let us do that. What is A1 and A2? A1 is 0.070 meter square, 0.070 meter square. And what is A2? A2 is 0.017 meter square, 0.017 meter square. So, CD is given, A1, A2 are now known. If you can find out H, discharge can be calculated. How do I calculate H? For which you have been given X. From the given X, how do you calculate H? It is a heavier liquid in the manometer. That means H is equal to X into S manometer divided by S pipe minus 1. Everything is known. You can calculate what is H. Once you get H, you can easily calculate what is Q. So, first question can be answered. Then what is this P1 minus P2? How do I find out the pressure difference between them? What needs to be done? Where exactly I have that? Again, for which you must use the simple equation for vertical venturimeter and inclined venturimeter. We know that H is equal to P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2, in which you directly have P1 and P2, using which you can get the pressure difference between P1 and P2. We will start solving that. So, we know that Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. A1, A2, CD are known. To find out H, what needs to be done? We know that H is equal to X into S manometric divided by S pipe minus 1. So, it is nothing but 0.25 into specific gravity of mercury 13.6 divided by specific gravity of the liquid flowing in the pipe. He has given it to be 0.9 minus 1. So, this gives me an answer of H is equal to 3.527 meters. 3.527 meters. Now, using this, get what is Q. Therefore, Q is equal to, substitute everything, 0.98 into 0.070 into 0.017 into root of 2 into 9.81 into 3.527. By doing so, you will end up getting Q is equal to 0.1428. 0.1428 meter cube per second. So, first question is answered. To answer the second question, we know that H is equal to P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2. Now, I will have to just rearrange because I want to get what is P1 minus P2. Therefore, what is H? H you have found it to be 3.527. This must be equal to, I will rearrange P1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z1 minus Z2. Z1 minus Z2. So, this is nothing but what is P1 minus P2, that is what I am actually in need of. So, I will keep it as it is, P1 minus P2 divided by rho g. What is rho? Rho is, okay, very careful, 0.9 is the specific gravity. So, what is rho? Rho must be equal to 0.9 into 1000 whole multiplied by g, g is 9.81 plus Z1. If you consider the datum to be passing through Z1, that means Z1 is equal to 0. So, this becomes 0 minus 2, sorry, how much? 0 minus 0.3. So, everything else is known except P1 minus P2. Send everything to that side and get what is P1 minus P2. Therefore, P1 minus P2, you will have that to be equal to 33.78. 33.78 into 10 power 3 Newton per meter square. Take the next problem. Find the discharge of water. Find the discharge of water flowing through a pipe of 30 centimeter diameter, placed in an inclined position, where a venturimeter is inserted, having a throat diameter of 15 centimeter, full stop. The difference of pressure between main and throat is measured by a liquid of specific gravity 0.6, in an inverted U tube, which gives a reading of which gives a reading of 30 centimeter, full stop. The loss of head between main and throat is 0.2 times the kinetic head of the pipe. 0.2 times the kinetic head of the pipe. So, once you read the problem, you will come to know that you will have to observe two things. One is that it is an inclined venturimeter, as well a liquid of specific gravity lower than the liquid whose pressure is to be measured is being used as manometric liquid, and that means it is an inverted U-tube manometer. Of course, rest of the things will remain the same, but you will have to be careful while using X and H, because automatically H is equal to X into 1 minus of S manometric divided by S pipe. So, in this case you will have to be careful. If you read out the problem, you can come to know that the diameter at the inlet is 30 centimeters, that is nothing but 0.3 meters. When you calculate the area, it becomes 0.070 meter square. As well, diameter at the throat is 15 centimeter, which means 0.15 meter, and area at that throat section becomes 0.017 meter square. So, if you draw an inclined venturimeter and attach inverted U-tube manometer, let us see how it actually looks. Has he given the direction of flow? If he has not given, let us assume the direction of flow. Okay, he has not given any direction of flow, we can assume in whichever direction we wish. So, I will first draw an inclined pipe, and in the inclined pipe I will cut open a part so that I can attach the venturimeter. Say this is the inlet, and this is the direction of flow, and you have a throat section to which the convergent and the divergent parts of the venturimeter are connected, and flow continues here. So, inverted U-tube manometer is connected between inlet and throat. So, this is the inlet and this is the throat. So, how do I write that? So, this is the inverted U-tube manometer. Pressure at this point will be more if you assume that there is no pressure flow, and this is only because of the increase in area. That means you will have the more pressure at inlet, and obviously you will have the manometric arrangement to be like this. And the manometric deflection, if I am not wrong, manometric deflection is given, and the manometric deflection is nothing but 30 centimeter, and specific gravity of this liquid SM is equal to 0.6. Manometric deflection is given to be 30 centimeter, that means X is equal to 0.3 meters. X is equal to 0.3 meters. Then what else is given? Is the elevation difference given? No, not required. You can easily solve from now onwards. So, one more data he has given is head loss. So, in the venturimeter, head loss was not used in the previous problems. Now, he says head loss is 0.2 times the kinetic head in the pipe. What is kinetic head in the pipe? It is V square by 2G. So, what is pipe? You should be very, very careful. Pipe is now attached to the convergent and not to the throat. The section 1 corresponds to the inlet and section 2 corresponds to the throat, and hence kinetic head of pipe also means kinetic head at the inlet. So I can take V1 square by 2G as the kinetic head of the pipe. So he says it is 0.2 times kinetic head of the pipe. So I will take it to be 0.2 V1 square by 2G. 0.2 into V1 square by 2G. Using this, what needs to be calculated? Discharge needs to be calculated. What is the equation for discharge? Equation for discharge is Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2G H divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square. I have A1 and A2, but to calculate H, do we have everything? If you can calculate H, you can solve the problem. But what actually is H? H is nothing but, for an inclined venturi meter, it is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2. Or since X is given, you can find that using H is equal to X into 1 minus Sm by Sp. But be very careful, he has mentioned to you about loss. Once head loss is mentioned, you should be very, very careful. How do I include head loss in it? So what the safest method is to apply Bernoulli's equation between inlet and throat. That is what I am going to do now. Apply Bernoulli's equation between inlet and throat. Once I do that, so energy at inlet is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2G plus Z1. This must be equal to P2 by rho g plus V1 square V2 square by 2G plus Z2 plus, do not forget to write HL. Now once I write this, you can easily understand that there are so many things that are unknown. I do not know P1, I do not know V1, Z1, in fact anything is not known, nothing is known to me. So what I will have to do is find something that is known to me. So if you observe here, P1 by rho g plus Z1 on the left hand side, P2 by rho g plus Z2 on right hand side. If you combine them, you can get H, because for an inclined venturi meter, what is H? H is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2. So on rearrangement, what I will do, write this as P1 by rho g plus Z1, bring this to left hand side, minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2, and then this will become, if you keep V2 square by 2G plus what is HL? HL you very well know that it is 0.2 V1 square by 2G, bring this V1 square by 2G also onto the right hand side, becomes minus V1 square by 2G. So on rearrangement you can write now, since for a inclined venturi meter, this P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus of P2 by rho g plus Z2 is H, write that as H. Therefore H is equal to V2 square by 2G minus V1 square by 2G. This is like minus 1 plus 0.2. So this becomes minus 0.8 V1 square by 2G. Now in this equation, what is H? You can now use the equation for another equation for H, that is X into 1 minus Sm divided by Sp. All the things are known in that equation, so you can calculate what is H. And on the right hand side, you have two unknowns. You have one equation and two unknowns, it cannot be solved. So use continuity equation and keep V1 in terms of V2 or V2 in terms of V1, and then you can find out what is the answer. So how do I do that? Here H is equal to, so it is an inclined venturi meter attached with an inverted U-tube manometer. Inverted U-tube manometer means lighter liquid is used as manometric liquid. So you should be careful while writing the equation. H is equal to X into 1 minus Sm by Sp. Be very careful and you must understand why we are doing this. So H is equal to, X has given what is X? Manometric deflection. Yes, it is given as 30 centimeter, nothing but 0.3 meters. H is equal to 0.3 into 1 minus specific gravity of the liquid in the manometer is 0.6, and that in the pipe. What is flowing in the pipe? Has he given it? Okay. The discharge of water is mentioned in the problem. So, it is 1. So, you will end up getting H is equal to, you do using your calculator, H will be equal to 0.12, 0.12 meters. Now, you have left hand side ready. If you can solve the right hand side and make it as single unknown, you can solve the problem. What is that? How do I do that? But from continuity equation, what do we have? A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So, what is V1? Now, if you want to keep V1 in terms of V2, therefore, V1 is equal to A2 by A1 into V2. What is A2 is known, what is A1 is also known, therefore, V1 becomes 0.24 V2, 0.24 V2. You can put that in this equation now. I would have called this as, say, equation 1. Therefore, equation 1 becomes, in place of H I will write 0.12 is equal to V2 square by 2G, V2 square by 2G minus, in place of 0.8 V1 square I will write 0.8, V1 is nothing but what? 0.24 V2, 0.24 V2 whole square divided by 2G. Only unknown in the equation is V2, you will solve for V2. When you solve it, V2 will be equal to 1.571 meter per second, 1.571 meter per second. And now, to find out discharge, you need not apply the equation of venturimeter. You straight away can find out, because we know that Q is equal to A2 V2. Now, Q is equal to A2 V2. That means, you know what is A2, you know what is V2, you have just found it out. Therefore, Q is equal to 0.096 meter cube per second, 0.096 meter cube per second. Take the next problem. A vertical venturimeter has an area ratio of 5, full stop. It has a throat diameter, of 10 centimeter. It has a throat diameter of 10 centimeter, full stop. When an oil of specific gravity 0.8, flows through it, the mercury in the differential gauge, indicate a height difference of 12 centimeter, full stop. Find the discharge through the venturimeter. It is a simple problem except for one new concept. He has not given you the inlet diameter and throat diameter separately, but he has mentioned to you the ratio of areas. So he mentions that the area ratio is 5. You need not have to have any doubts, because area of inlet is always greater than the area of throat in case of venturimeter. So the throat diameter is given, calculate the area of the throat, multiply it by 5, you will get the area of the inlet. That's all you need to do. Once you do that, you would have already got A1 and A2 in the equation of venturimeter, which says Q is equal to CD A1 A2 root 2G H divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square, except H everything is known. Now what is H? To calculate H, you have a mercury manometer attached whose reading is also given. That means X is given and is equal to 0.12 meters, because it is 12 centimeter. Using that, you can easily calculate what is H, because H is equal to X into Sm by Sp minus 1, that is specific gravity of manometric liquid, which is given, and that is mercury 13.6 divided by, I think, what 0.8 is the specific gravity of the liquid in the pipe. So Sp is 0.8 whole minus 1, you will get the answer for H. Once you know that, you can put that back in the equation of venturimeter and find it out. Take the answer, you will solve it. So discharge comes out to be 0.0481 meter cube per second. By this we will complete the problems on venturimeter. In the coming class, I will take up one more application of the Bernoulli's equation, and which is very important, which is called an orifice meter, that also is used to measure the discharge through the pipe. Thanks for patient listening. Have a good day.